and will.
Meow?
And we're the bro bits.
Hey Caleb,
Yes.
did I ever mention I hate Flying Battery Zone?
Hey guys, welcome back.
Welcome to...
Were we on Flying Battery Zone?
Yeah, I had gotten close to the end of it if I remember
Yeah.
right, but, yeah, it's fine.
It's all. So, welcome back guys to Sonic Mania Encore mode.
Encore!
For an encore.
We demand more! Post more often so we can not watch that too! Shade Throne!
How can we ignore you if you ignore the channel first?
That is a true statement. It's unfortunately true. Oh no, Caleb, they're onto us.
Oh no, they're becoming aware. But, welcome guys. It's actually, it's been a while since we recorded last.
We can't really even say you guys haven't even watched this because it's not technically posted yet for us, so we don't know. But knowing the current pattern of things, like, random game series will get super watched and then other ones won't.
Yeah, and it's so funny. I don't know, did you check to see if Bloodborne was popular or not?
It was a one-off, and if it was, I'm gonna be greatly surprised. Because it was just me dying in the first area the entire time.
I don't even remember the episode itself. I just know that our buddy Nick even said, he was like, you know, I don't even like Bloodborne, but I will watch it because it's you guys. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, what was this contention earlier when I was asking about Bloodstained? Well, there we go. Letting everyone in the server know when this episode's posted. Or recorded, at least.
Yeah,
So yeah, I'll probably watch it.
Alright.
maybe. Yeah, I'd
You
honestly...
better watch it or else I'll kill your character in the D&D game.
Whoa!
There we go.
That's needlessly nerdy and violent.
I kid.
I kid. Just give you a hard time. Bloodstained, you were saying it's kind of like a spiritual successor to
Castlevania.
Castlevania, right?
More specifically, like the Symphony of the Night versions.
Oh, I have no idea.
Even
what
more
the difference
specifically,
is.
the Game Boy Advance versions, which
Oh.
revolve around capturing enemy souls, basically,
Oh.
and using their abilities against other enemies.
Like Pokemon!
Only less gay.
Oh! Now I'm sad. Cool.
I mean, that might
I
not...
forgot you got your little armadillo shell. You just kind of bounced right off that spike ball.
Later. Ow! Ah! My butt!
My butt! Yeah. That's all
Ow!
right.
Stop it!
My butt again!
By gay, I actually did mean happy. It's much less happy than Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's actually very sad.
I imagine. Even though Pokemon is animal fighting for kids, it's somehow sadder. Whoa!
Hey, I hit a...
I was like Sonic
block.
and Tails! Oh no, Sonic and not Tails.
I'm not Tails, I'm the Mario! Mario Cape for Mario World.
Yeah, basically. That's 100% what that is, and I think that's why I love him so much. I don't even think in a Sonic game it would make him more useful, but I love him for the fact that he is the Mario Cape. Yeah! Getting some use.
Not as much as Tails, he would just...
Yeah,
or even
just
Knuckles.
literally like... You're right. Out of all 5 characters, he's like the 3rd best in this situation, and even then it's like...
Like, Sonic and Mighty are the worst two, by far. But...
That's so sad. Mighty even has more use than Sonic, because like, what does Sonic have?
He has a jumping spin dash, which actually can get you up to speed pretty quickly.
Okay, well, Mighty can avoid
He can
spike
take a hit,
damage.
yeah, which is honestly infinitely better. But I like Sonic because it
You like Sonic because you have to. Sheeple.
Wake up, sheeple!
Wake up, Sheeple. Bad man! Bad man! You're never gonna make it.
No, not with that attitude.
I hate to be
Fine.
I hate to be a Wily William, but you'll never make it.
I'm not that wily.
Oh yeah, you're right. What's a W word for negative?
Whinging.
Whoa, what was that?
Whinging.
Did I just learn a new word? How dare you make me learn on this show?
I'm an illiterate Caleb.
Yeah.
That doesn't even sound the same.
Well, then I'm Okay. You've got me.
Maybe you could be a hunky-dory?
A hunky-dory. I like it. Just a fat dory. What are you trying to do?
There's a...
Oh.
There's a thing that's supposed to come up and bounce you,
Oh.
but it's been hiding.
Are you sure?
I'm trying to coax it out. Oh, there it is.
Oh.
Oh.
Trolled. Just
I do
kinda-
love the music and how Genesis it sounds.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, of course that has a low ceiling. What a bunch of jerks.
It's because the low path is intended to be slow.
Yeah. I love how they're like, you know,
Gotta go fast, except when you're not.
except in flying battery zone.
I genuinely do hate this stage.
And it's so funny. What isn't this? Okay, what world is this number wise? Do we remember?
I think it's 3.
I think it is.
I was too early.
I think I remember stating how it's probably the best spot to put it, but at the same token, it would be better if it just wasn't in the game in general. Like,
Yeah, I tend to agree with that.
even the water levels weren't so.
I think it's just design-wise, I do like Flying Battery Zone, like from the aesthetics.
Oh, for
but
sure.
I detest the gameplay here.
Yeah.
I always have though, even since Sonic 3.
It's just
So like,
everything slows
I don't
down.
think it's inconsistent to say so. Even
And-
then, it's like
And I don't
hey,
even
Knuckles.
think. Oh.
Canucks.
And I don't even think it's their fault, you know. I mean, it's one of those things where like you kind of work with what you have. And they
It's a
did-
fan favorite, quote unquote, but I don't think a lot of fans remember how annoying this stage is.
Yeah,
And that's kind of what I fear is the case here.
gotcha.
Oh. And it's not all bad. It's just like this stage, after coming off of 2 really good stages, is
Yeah.
just kind of like, well, had this been earlier to the beginning, like maybe stage 2, I would
Yeah.
have been probably less inclined to complain about it.
I know a lot of you viewers have not seen the old Robits episodes, but as a little bit of recap, William grew up with the Sega games,
Yeah,
right?
we had a Genesis growing up.
And I grew up with the Nintendo games because I had a Super Nintendo. So with that in mind, I was gonna say something about Mario. Oh, the missiles coming down and like hitting the ground reminded me of the chain chomps coming down that one level of Yoshi's Island. But you know, you would think of this because obviously.
Well, this was not
like-
a boss stage in any
Oh,
Sonic
I
game.
know, but the Sonic aesthetic is what you grew up with. Well,
Oh yeah,
Mario.
no. I actually played more of those Marvel beat 'em ups on the Genesis than anything else.
Yeah.
We had a Spider-Man game that was a lot of fun. Man, I don't even remember the name of it. It's been so long.
I will say I had a better childhood for the sole reason that.
Your parents talk to you?
Oh, well now I'm depressed. No,
I'm just kidding.
I'm
just kidding.
I'm just kidding. I know your parents didn't talk to you either.
Yeah.
No, because I got to play the Mario games, but then as soon as Sega started failing, I got to play the Sonic games on PlayStation. So I got to play Sonic 1, 2, and 3, and Spinball, and all the other bad ones.
After the Genesis, we had the 64, not the Saturn, and after the 64, we got the GameCube. So
kinda
everything was
switch
Nintendo
teams.
from that point forward. But the reason we got the GameCube was because Sonic Adventure 2 came out on that,
Oh, heck yeah.
which is why we wanted the GameCube.
Well, that was around the time when Sonic was just kind of like, yeah, sure, whatever console. I just need work, man.
Well,
But-
I blame Sega's marketing
Yeah.
for the Saturn, if you can believe it.
Was that the one where they were like talking about the different bits and how?
No.
No.
This was the one where it was like, we'll release it at this time for this much money, and Sony had better not charge $100 less, or else. And then Sony charged $100 less, and then there was nothing they could do about it.
And that's the thing is like the PlayStation 1 was, I mean, like it wasn't like the most powerful thing in the world, but the polygons and stuff were stuff that people had never seen before.
What's funny is the Saturn is actually slightly more powerful.
Yeah.
It's not even that much more powerful. It's probably like $50 more tops, like dollar-wise.
It just didn't do well advertising.
Oh, no, the American CEO had it right. He wanted to release it, around the same time as the PlayStation 1.
Okay.
But it gave retailers enough time to stock the product and have it all prepared.
Yes.
The PlayStation 1 was, well, it was already its own thing. It was a rumor. But Sega had brand power to go on, so people were probably more willing to pay $100 for a product they knew came from a certain company,
Right.
as opposed to this, well, who's Sony
Yeah.
think they are? Like, I thought you made
Who's
the
these
DVD
new
players,
guys?
or the VHS players, or speakers.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know What did Sony make in the 90s?
Basically just speakers. But yeah, okay. So just... Oh, now you're playing as Mighty and Yuppie, whatever his,
Yuppie.
whatever his name is.
Yup.
Oh, yup. Of course. You're Mighty and Goofy.
But that's been this whole Sega thing. Is the reason they went out of business was because of how poorly Sega Japan communicated with Sega of America. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because the Sega of America guys were like, no, market it. We're marketing it to release on this day. We had a set release date, and then Sega of Japan wanted it released 2 months early.
Oh wow.
And retailers didn't get the memo until the
geez.
CEO of Sega America got it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
so he had no
awful.
idea either.
So it was supposed to release early, and they had it to release, they just didn't because they didn't know.
Well, the CEO for Sega of America wanted to release it, post-holiday stuff.
Yeah.
Which is understandable, but Sega Japan wanted it by the holidays.
Dang.
Even though...
Miscommunication sucks.
Well, Sega of America knew what was going on.
Yeah.
Because they smartish.
Yeah.
But Sega Japan, I don't want to say they're dumb, I just think they wanted something unreasonable.
Yeah.
And that made it to where they couldn't...
They kind of thought they had more power than they actually did. Like, not power console-wise,
Well,
but just power in general. Like,
you have the consumer brand recognition already in space.
yeah.
And yet you chose to sort of burn it for the sake of getting a few sales 2 months earlier. Like, the amount of lost sales for 2 months, it was actually not going to be that bad compared to
Right.
losing all the retailers carrying your product.
Ah, jeez.
So that's why the Dreamcast failed.
Yeah.
It was because of how poorly the Saturn was handled.
You're kind of stuck on a drill thing there. There's a button on the side.
Oh.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
And it breaks my heart to know that Sega probably would still be around today if not for that one fatal error.
Honestly,
They sold their goodwill, and
yeah.
they paid for it.
Well, what I was going to say is, honestly, I'm glad Sega doesn't make consoles anymore.
Yeah, they make some really good PC games and console games.
Well, I love the fact that Sonic is available on any console. Just like, I would love Crash Bandicoot to be a PlayStation mascot still, but he's not. So, because of that, I get to enjoy it on the Switch, or on the PlayStation 4, or on...
The Xbox, whatever.
Yeah, weirdly enough, the Xbox, which feels blasphemous, but it's okay.
I played the first Crash game I ever played was on the Xbox.
Wrath
the
of
original.
Cortex?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And I hated Crash ever since.
I actually we're about to do an episode, but I had a stack of games that I'm going to give to Game Exchange. And basically be like, look, I'd love to get money from this, but I know I'm not going to be able to get a lot of money from this, so just give me your price, basically. Well, one of the games I put in that stack was Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex. And I had it there, and I literally took it out for a little bit, because I was like, as terrible as this game is, it has such fond memories. And I sat there and I looked at it. Yeah, the soundtrack's awesome. But I sat there and stared at it, I was like, you know what? I don't have fond memories of this game. And I put it back in the sale pile.
F this game in particular.
I will say, though, I did the same thing to Spyro Enter the Dragonfly, and I actually did keep it, because I actually do have some fond memories of the glitches in that game.
I could beat the game right now? What?
Wait, I'm 4 minutes in and I'm at the final boss?
How did this happen?
Awesome! Yeah, no,
Made you feel like you were such a good video game player.
that swim glitch was my childhood.
Got the OG.
Wow, OG. And next time on Brobits.
Well, boss fight.
Dang. Well,
Why don't we stick around for this one? This is one of the worst bosses in the game.
I love this boss. He's actually one of my favorites, but I never played him, so I can't tell it from that point of view. I love his aesthetic.
That's mechanic. That's it.
I like it.
He's a spider, though.
Yeah. Well,
Spiders must die.
Don't
All
like
spiders.
I wish he had a fire shield. Burn it with fire!
Oh man, that would just be too real, man.
Too real. The one... so, like, I'm getting married, in case y'all didn't know.
Surprise!
Surprise! And by the time this episode comes out, I probably won't be quite married yet, or I might. I don't know. If it's after July 20th, spoilers. Anyway, the point is that
We don't know.
we're moving into a new house. It's a little rental house that my dad owns, so we're getting a decent deal on it.
This is like probably our last few episodes recorded in this office space for a
Yeah.
while.
Oh, I'm hoping we can move to. I literally have an office I'm setting up to record. So
Have you built your PC yet?
no,
That's something we should probably get done before we move.
honestly any help would be greatly
Do you need
appreciated.
to like thermal paste?
I
Ask the Discord
need-
server. Just ask people for free stuff for your wedding. That's how this works. Right?
I need all the things. Well, I've got like all the main stuff. I just need all the little things,
Do
you
you need
know.
a soldering iron or something like that?
Yeah, stuff like
Okay.
that. Well,
I can get you a soldering iron, but
Cool.
relatively cheap.
Well,
Thank goodness.
point is that the one negative thing I have about our little rental house is it is insect central. Like,
Because it was the old mobile home.
yeah, it was an old double-wide trailer that was made into a house, and we basically tore it from the ground up and like made it into a really nice home. But because of how old it is, some of the floors warped. There's insects everywhere, like little things here and there. Oh, thank God we're done with that zone.
All right. Well, next time, guys,
I remember loving this place. Next time on Brobits.
we'll finish up this story about your house.
Yeah.
Bye,
Okay.
guys.
Bye, guys.
Stay tuned for more house talk with Caleb.
Brobits.